Welcome to my daily practice at Wendy Coad Art. If you find this video interesting or helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel and liking the video.
Hi, my name is Wendy and I'm an artist. I've been an artist my whole life and I am excited to invite you into my studio and show you my art practice. I paint every day and I do acrylic on paper. I also do stencils. I draw. I organize my studio space. I do a lot of things. For me, art is about problem solving, so there's always little tricks and tools that I can share with you along the way. So welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Today, I am going to continue working on the small table paintings, the large wall paintings. I'm going back and forth with these because I like the I like and I don't like. I'm kind of in that middle place about the balance between the positive and negative spaces. They're almost equal now, and I like it, and I'm not sure if I like it. So that happens. But one thing that I do like, I do reinvent my own wheels sometimes. I used to play with making these circles with the brush using, 2 or 3 colors of paint on the brush and then just placing the brush on the paper and, turning the brush around. You get like a bullseye. You can't do it too much. It's a little bit like a trick, or I don't know what to call it. But if you're working with circles, it's certainly a tool. It's a tool. That's better. So I'm not sure. I've got them in a few places, but again, everything in moderation or in balance. And these are the positive and negative space balance is not equal, unlike the other wall I was just pointing out, where they're more equal. So there's more positive space than negative space. But I think the problem that I'm having here is the light-dark balance. So there's a kind of a, I don't know. I mean, there is light and dark, but maybe because it's so balanced that there's not really an interest which comes from imbalance. When things are a little bit off, they're a little like, whoa, what's going on there? So there's more of an interest. And yeah, so that's where I'm at with those. And then these, it's like my party paintings. They're just big splashes. I just come over and clean my brush and do fun things. And I like that, actually, but I don't think they need a lot more. My goal is not to continually cover a surface until it's covered. It's, to try different things and to stop where, for a while, to just kind of let things percolate, as I say. So let's put those aside because I'll probably take them down, and I've already painted on the other side. So I'll be putting some fresh map paper up. And I just got another book that I'm going to take the paper. Oh, yes, music. So I don't know, the libraries in my area. There are, I was in a thrift store and there was some music, sheet music. I'm just going to grab one here. And it's not unlike the map paper. So maybe I'll put some of this up. take the staples out. You got a nice big piece of paper, and you've got all this texture on the paper. It's really fun. I like doing that. And I don't play a musical instrument. This is for the viola. And so I'm recycling. So I'll try that. Look at that. Look at how I just have so much fun every day. But just look at how these things have changed. There's almost the same amount of shape colors on both of these, but because of the background here, you can see, of course, it's busy because it's a map and there's a lot going on in it, but just kind of the energy as well. And then, boom, busiest yet, but actually not as busy as this. Well, I think. Oh no, I mean it is busier, but just energy-wise, it doesn't come across quite the same. So let me turn this one around. I'd like to see the maps kind of framed by the serenity of the low content paintings on either side. It's kind of nice. They feel like relatives to me. I mean, this doesn't mean anything. Really, I'm not going anywhere with this. I'm just marveling at the wonder of it all, and that's art. It's wondrous. It is. It's wondrous. Okay, so now, just talking about the balance here, the positive and negative spaces. It's really fun for me to just to have a lot of paintings going on at the same time, because I can bounce ideas from one to the next. That might not be for everyone, but I certainly enjoy it. So, but I'm going to work on these today, as well as let me just see what I've got on the other side here. Oh, well. Oh. And even newer paintings on this side. Yeah, maybe I'll warm up on these. Sometimes I need to get a little courage. I need to warm up a little bit before I launch on paintings that are kind of halfway there, because there are things that I really like that I know I'm going to destroy simply by continuing to work. And so this will be an easier entry. There's a series of drips here. I wish I could just capture that, but unfortunately, it's not enough on its own. But I have a fondness for these areas that just something happens with the paint, something happens with the water. Usually, too much of this, too little of that. It's a mistake. It's something that you would not do on purpose, but it happened, and it's like the best thing. The best thing. So, all right, well, that's a tour of how things are going in the studio, and I just was cleaning up my tabletops because I have paintings here, and they're done. These paintings are, yes, they're done. But I can't see them because I have all this stuff on top. And I am going to move it today. And actually, I'm going to take, oh, see what happens when you clean up? You find things. Find things you didn't even know were missing. I feel especially kind of energized today because yesterday I felt a little under the weather, and I'm not sick, so I feel like I dodged a bullet somehow because there's a lot of things going around, and it's really a nuisance. So yeah, I like these paintings. That's what I'm going to do right now. Is I'm going to take these paintings off of the table and reveal the big reveal how they are looking. So let me actually move this camera over here so we can see what's going on here. Can you see these? A little better view. My stencils. Now they're looking a little, talking about figure ground. It's really hard to differentiate the cells, the different ones, but watch this. When I take the tape off, ooh, this tape's been on here for a while. It's sticking in a lot of places. It's interesting. I guess I have I have to do this a little earlier in the game. Oops. Well, you know what? I'm not going to do the whole thing because I have to go slow, and I'm just too anxious to get on the other walls. So let me just do one part of this and get the ball rolling, because if I don't, then it's going to take a while. And this is a good time to show the technique of using the hairdryer, the blow dryer, to soften up this tape. Otherwise, I'm going to chew up the paper. Not that I really mind that much. Still plenty of paper left, but I left these. I want to see what they look like because I left them very very loose, and the stencils are almost like the the images, the goddess images. Oh yeah, so this isn't working. I don't even know that it's worth doing this one panel here. But it is a demonstration of, how tape can stick. It's not a good demonstration. It's a what not to have happen kind of demo. And I have tried over time. I've done this a lot, and it's acrylic paint, and the paint sticks to the tape, and the tape sticks to the paint, and they stick together, and
it's not surprising that there would be some difficulty in removing it. But, all right, let's see. I'm going to just pull these out. Somebody a while back had asked what I used to adhere my paper to boards and the wall. And here you have it, staples. I definitely use staples. And I know that's scandalous in some arenas. It's like, why would you use staples? Because they're easy and they get the job done. And I'm not terribly precious. I used to be. I used to follow a set of rules, ideals, formulas, but it was too limiting for me. That's just me. I know there's lots of people who really like, and I have no problem with that either, who really like to do things, I think the right way. I mean, says who? Right by whom? So that's probably where I came into the most conflict around it. Now, I just want one. I've lost the measure here. Let's see. I want to see one today. So 15 inches. That seems wide. Okay. Yeah, so I have made these a little bit wider than my usual paintings. The width of these small panels. Yeah, this is the problem with tearing without a crease. Oh, this is different paper. That's why. Okay. Now I get it. This is my old favorite paper. It's just a little bit of a different texture than the paper I'm using now. When I fold it to make the tear, I can always tell how inaccurate I was at some point for something, the measure. But again, it's fine. It gives each piece its unique value. Now you can see it. Now you can see the stenciled figures. They were quite lost in their entirety here. Ooh, and look at that. Just a silhouette of the goddess figure there. I like these colors too. I was kind of suspicious of that red being too dominant. I love this part. So, okay. Well, I've gotten as far as I need to go here. Now I am going to do a little bit of painting. Since that's what I started off doing, before I got just too excited about seeing even a couple of these. So, continuing with some water for my brush. You know, I want to go back to my squeegee, my old standby, the squeegee, because I see here I have a lot of watery brush strokes. And I just want to balance that a little bit with something a little harder edged, or something a little more consistent with the edge. Might have added too much of the same color, that kind of citrus green. But I'm still on the lighter palette end of things. Green. These are already pretty cool. Is there a warm green? Yeah, there are warm greens and cool greens. I mean, it's relative, of course. Now I have tape stuck to me. I'm getting some of those fluorescences. I like the fluorescents, you know, I try to use them sparingly. Sometimes I get a little bit out of control. I just found this new, well, not new color. It's just, I haven't used it for a while. Kind of a rose. A rose is a rose. Yeah, this is really more of a magenta color. Oh, this is an odd combination. I've finally done it. Found an odd combination. But you know, I look at the stencil sometimes, and then I think, oh wait, it's not so bad. But that happens once I get onto the surface here. see the rose is a challenging color. That magenta, really. I would call it magenta. But then the paint that has the label magenta is much deeper. Where is that? Let's compare those. Oh no, I'm sorry. That was Aryan Crimson. These are kind of like sisters. Where's my permanent rose? That green doesn't really do much for them. So I'm not sure peach is going to do much for them either. I'm going to put that in the middle somewhere here. If I can coerce, yeah, there we go. That peach is more like a fleshy tone. Let me do it's kind of an Arctic blue I'm using here, and that's not bad. And then the rest, I think, is going to be white. Well, that, just adding a few intense colors, you see, it's all about the relationships. So these reds, these purpley reds that I have not really loved in the past are, you know, it wasn't them, it was me. I mean, it wasn't their fault. I wasn't using them with colors that made them look good or look better or work. So, because I like this combination. Well, that took the, you know, that kind of flow to a different level there. It's not bad. Not bad. And I think I'm going to leave it at that. So, thank you. Thank you for joining me. And, well,
just another exciting day in the studio. So glad to have you with me. Don't forget to go and look at art, go and make art, and have a great day.
So I'm so happy that you are joining me today and maybe other days too. I'll take you through my day-to-day as an artist, and I look forward to seeing you on the next tape. Thanks for being here.